All right, guys, we'll try this one more time. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Hopefully it works. All right, guys, we'll try this one more time. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Hopefully it works. All right, guys, are you guys able to hear me now? We'll try it again. Is it working now? All right, good. Miracles never cease. I think I had to, well, who knows why. At any rate, guys, I'm glad it's working. It's very frustrating when you do these things and you're trying to help people. I got 1 thumbs down already. That's fantastic. Anger Photographer must be on the broadcast. Well, maybe he just changed his mind because that thumbs down went to 0. So there you go. So at any rate, guys, I'm grateful you guys joining me. I won't be too redundant because, you know, I want to be careful of, you guys are saying it's out of lag again. Well, I don't know what to do, guys. Hey, Jason, do you buy this 6500? I'm going to buy it. I haven't bought it yet. Santa Maria Guadalupe, saludos desde Cancun. Well, thank you, brother. I appreciate that. By the way, I was talking, I'm going to be coming down to Australia with Brenda. And, you know, Brenda speaks fluent Spanish and I speak very good Spanish. And we've actually spoken about doing some Spanglish. Wow, Spanish language videos for my YouTube channel. So I hope the Spanish speakers out there, you guys will enjoy that. That is my hope. Just real quick, I was talking about it earlier, so on the lagged video, so I won't belabor the point. But guys, if you have any questions about, I'm going to do some videos on these adapted lenses I've been using. This is the Canon 85-1.2. This is the Sony Zeiss 135. This is the Sigma 20mm 1.4. This is the Canon 200-2.8. Why get it compared to like the Sony 70-200 or the Canon 70-200? Well, the Sony I'm sure is fantastic, but I haven't even used it, the G Master. It's not available. So, but this is lighter, and it has the effect that I'm wanting, the compression, being shooting it at 200. And it's like $800, and I bought it used off of B&H for $600. And it's a beautiful freaking lens, and it focuses like a native lens. Are you coming up to Ken's when you come to Oz? I am not. You know, last time I was in Australia, I spent almost 3 weeks there, and I was lucky to come home and have a family. So this time when we're going to Australia, it's just Sydney and Melbourne. We were looking at doing Brisbane, but I think it was a logistics thing. We couldn't get the group together to do it. So, but I am trying to do some options for people out there. I know the Australian dollar isn't as strong compared to the American dollar. So what we're doing is I'm going to do 2 photo walks, which are only $100 US. And that's going to be the 13th and 14th. It will be the 12th and 13th, I should say. 12th in Melbourne and the 13th in Sydney. Those will be great. The other really cool lens that I got, guys, is this petzval lens. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but this really is a really cool lens, and it's very different. It has a design like out of the 1800s. It's an old Russian lens. This is a new design or a new make based off of the old designs. This came off a Kickstarter campaign, and it's really cool because you adjust the focus right here, and it moves the lens focus right there. And the aperture blades are like this, so they have a ton of different ones, and you drop it in, and that creates your aperture based upon whether you want it wide or narrow. So it's really a fun lens. I'm having some fun with it, and I can't wait to share those results with you guys. The lighting is great, even the background. Yes, I have been, you know, some mother freaker said something about hard light to me, and it pissed me off. When I get pissed off is when I really go into dig down mode. So yeah, we have some. I wish I could show you guys the lighting setup in here. It's pretty cool, but I've set up some fun lighting. You know, because no matter what I do, you know, oh this and that. So you know, piss me off. Go ahead, piss me off. See what happens. I guarantee I'll grow from it. I guarantee it. So, but you know, guys, I just want to say something about these adapted lenses. Um, Number one, clearly I shoot with what works for me. Number two, um, you know, it's not that the Sony stuff isn't great, because it is. It's that being that I have the options to do all of these things, it's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome, and I'm one that believes in always, you know, doing things and striving, right? I mean, why should we be complacent? So if I can do something, I will. And over the last 6-7 months, I've been able to play around with a lot of the Sony lenses, and now I'm playing with some other stuff, and I'm sure I'll go back to the Sonys, you know, at some point in time. Geez, it looks like a Canon from World War II. Yeah, I know, right? No Asia visits. Guys, I will say we are doing our schedule for next year. So if there's a place in general where we have a lot of interest, we will schedule some workshops there. Hi, Jason Chow from Italy. I'm going to buy my first mirrorless. It's going to be my first pro camera. Well, it can't be pro because it's not a monster, right? Stupid. At any rate, I'm thinking of either A7 Mark II or the Fuji X-T2. What can you say to me? Thanks a lot. I'm sure the Fuji is great. I don't know because I haven't used the Fuji X-T2. I don't know. It depends on the work that you do. Only you can really make that determination. I'm always going to be a proponent of going full frame, to be honest with you. So that's where I would lead towards the A7 II. But I have heard great things about the Fuji. Just, you know, just things that you hear in the breeze, so to speak. So I'm sure it's very nice. Best macro for the A6. Unlike some people, yeah, I'm talking to you, Kendra Willer. Unlike some people, I can see past brand names and just talk about photography. You know, stupid videos about reasons why I hate Sony. I mean, God, I mean, get a life, seriously. I recall you best lens for the L8EA4 adapter. I'd say it would be the 135 Zeiss. That's a legendary lens, and it's amazing. I recall you speaking about Capture One in the past. I hear it stepped up its game. How would you compare it to Lightroom? Yeah, I'm going to be dumping Lightroom soon, no matter what. I really can't stand Lightroom, and so I will definitely at some point be dumping it. It's either going to be for Capture One or On One. I'm not sure yet. I just have to have time to just to play with it, to be honest with you. That's really what it boils down to. You think they'll ever put phase on the S line? I don't know. I mean, I think the A6500 is exciting news just for Sony users in general, simply because you know, they're listening, they're giving us touch screen, which for videography purposes, me personally, for photography, especially event photography, I don't see the big deal on it. But being able to use it for you know, videography and purposes like that are pretty amazing. Difference between a macro and a micro? Well, macro is going to shoot up close. I mean, that's what you really want. I mean, if you really want to get down into your subjects, that's what you're going to do. You know, you guys mentioned the lighting. Wait till you see the commercial shoot I did yesterday, guys. I mean, it's some of my favorite work. We set up, I used the Westcott Scrim Gym 8x8, and we put a three-fourths diffuser on it. Right now, I'm actually using a 2-stop diffuser. I'm using the what is this thing called? The Westcott Illuminator, and we put up. We're down at the beach. We're shooting for the Mia Bella Couture dress company. Beautiful, beautiful gowns, just gorgeous models. And I mean, I'll be honest with you guys, it was some of the best stuff I've ever seen. And because what we did is we used my Flashpoint Explorer 600 as my key, and then we cut the light with the diffuser on the Westcott Scrim Gym, and it's an 8x8, so it's a big mother freaker. And we cut that light, and just it took the edge, you know, took the edge off the cheekbones. You know, it really helped to spread out the specular highlights, or as I call them, spectacular highlights. I say it just to piss off pros, but you know, we did that, and it just was just absolutely stunning. And we did it not only at the beach, but we also did it. We were down at Balboa Park in San Diego as well, and we shot it. So I think that it's you guys will be surprised to see the shots that we got. They're pretty awesome. And I did 60% of the shoot on this Canon 200 mil f2.8. You know, I'd love to get my hands on the 200 mil f2, either the Canon or the Nikon, especially the Canon because of autofocus, but it's $6,000. So I don't see anybody giving me a lens. So, you know, that I'm pretty happy with this 2.8 for $600 compared to $6,000. Is 2.8 to 2.0 worth, you know, going from 600 to $6,000? I don't know. It could be, but we'll see. I'm looking, this is Daniel Bates. I'm looking into the basic Sony A to E adapter to use some lenses on my A6300. Any experience with that and its success rate? Yes, you're going to want to use the LAEA 3 adapter with the electronically driven lenses. With the mechanical lenses or the screw drive lenses, you're going to use the LAEA 4. I will be honest with you, you're probably not going to be thrilled on the LAEA 4 results if you need fast-moving action, you know, sports photography, stuff like that. You're going to be much happier with the LAEA 3. But again, the LAEA 3 only works, that's why I have to do an adapter video, but the LAEA 3 only works with the electronically driven lenses on the A7R2 and the A6300 and the soon-to-come A6500. So if you guys try to use it on other stuff other than that, you're not going to be happy with it. I'm just being honest with you. Oh man, I didn't realize that the questions were coming in like craziness. Sorry. Holy freak. Okay, I got to keep moving. Hi Jason, this is Francois from Mexico. What do you do with your contrast settings in Adobe Photoshop? I don't Photoshop my images. I do them all in Lightroom. I'll adjust the contrast slider a little bit. That's about it. Do you use manual focus? I do use manual focus for some lenses. Like I have the SLR Magic lens. This is a completely manual focus lens. So yes, I will use manual focus. And with the focus peaking, it's awesome. When is there going to be an update for the NPFW50 battery pack? Do you know something? I hope they don't update it because that means all the batteries for all the other cameras become obsolete. What I hope they do is make the cameras more efficient, like they did with the 6300, which gets you double the shots that you get out of the 6000. So that's what I hope they work on, is efficiency. Do you ever go to Southeast Utah? Where would Southeast Utah be? That would be, I don't know where that is. That's I go through Southwest Utah when I drive up to Provo. I am doing an event for a camera store in Utah in February, so be on the lookout for that. I just jumped from Canada A7R2. It's only 2 days old. Congratulations, John. Kiss your new baby for me. Where can I buy used rotolights? I would imagine anywhere else you can find used gear, which would be eBay or Amazon or something. Best all-in-one Sony full-frame, A7S2 or A7R2? For video, it's A7S2. Still, it's A7R2. Sony are cute. Yes, they are. They're totes of dobes. Totes of dobes. Daniel Bates, no, but the adapter has full electronics. Probably referring to something. I'm sure he's referring to something I said earlier. What's your opinion on using Portrait Pro 15? Portrait Pro is, you know, you change your cheekbones and you change their whole jaw structure and everything else. If it works for some people, that's great. It's just not for me. My question for Jason, great name, by the way. Thank you, Jason Setley. When you're shooting a live view, do you focus and recompose or use something like face eye detection? Most of the time, it's facial recognition. I don't use eye autofocus. Sorry, that was from Think Tank. Jason, when will you be in Toronto? I was in Toronto 4 weeks ago, Roseanne. 4 weeks ago. I'm sure I'll be going back for Profusion next year, which will be in 11 months from now. June Allweiss, which is Jason Kocho's mom, she showed a picture of a camera. That's awesome. Adventure is my middle name. Any more urban exploration videos coming up soon? I'm sure there are. We've definitely filmed some. We filmed in Kings Park. I just cannot keep up with all the videos we're creating because I edit all of them on my own. So not only am I full-time shooting, I'm full-time editing. So it takes time to get all these out, but I'll do the best I can, guys. We have tons in the bin, so to speak, already recorded and shot. It just takes time to get them all out. Come to a small town in Alabama called Auburn. I've heard of Auburn. Not, where you guys like marry your sisters or stuff, something like that? No. That's somewhere in Kentucky. Just kidding. No, I love the South. All jokes aside, love the Westcott Studio film diffuser look on that shoot. Yeah, thank you. The Westcott stuff is pretty awesome. It's pretty legit. I'm not gonna lie. Would a Sony a6000 give tack sharp portraits? Yes, if you pair them with the right lenses, absolutely. AKA Sony 55 Zeiss, Sony 85 G Master, any of those. I'm sure the Sony 51.8 would be pretty good too. Hey Jason, between an A7R and A6500, this is John Wren. Which one would you use for stills? Keep in mind, I really like Metabone speed boosters. Oh, then the A6500. If you're gonna get into Metabones and stuff, then it's the A6500, hands down. Thank you for your effort teaching people the basics of art. You're welcome. Juan Manuel Ramirez. Hans Herrera. Yep, it's big. Okay. Amit Pawar. Hello, Jason. George Perez. Thank you. Advice for starting photographers. Practice, practice, practice. Practice, practice, practice. And follow people who actually are photographers and are working pros. Why have you fallen out of love for Lightroom? Because it's so freaking slow. It's so slow and it shuts it down. I hate it. I hate it. All your work is awesome. Well, thank you, Nkara King. I know you follow me. I've seen your name many places, so thank you. Hi from Germany. Hello. John Wren. Hey, Jason. Between oh, you already answered that. Je suis français. Comprendre rien, mais j'adore votre travels. Well, thank you. I'm glad you do. You're French and you like when I travel. Thanks. What's your first model light for someone who has only used speed lights? The Flashpoint Explorer 600. It's cheap. It works great. There's no reason to blow tons of money on other stuff. I mean, when I go through these photo conventions and I see like the, what is it? Who makes it? I think it's by Elechrome, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. It's $2,000 for a monolight and has the same trigger, has the same transmitter as the Godox or the Flashpoint. And I even said that to him. He's like, yeah, you're right, it does. But it's our electronics. I'm like, come on, give me a break. So yeah, just get the Flashpoint, save a ton of money, and go from there. Have you shot with a Sigma 2470-2.8 on the A7R2? I have not. That was from Jerry Bruce. Dang it. Skipped up again. Where are we at here, guys? Good grief. I gotta try to keep up with this. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Will you do more HSS testing with ProPhoto once the new trigger comes out next year for Sony, or are you happy with Explorer monos? If ProPhoto wants to send me one to test out, I will. Otherwise, I will not. Nope, I'm not going to drop my money. If they want me to test something, then they can send it to me, and I'll be happy to test it for you guys. I'm not buying it. Vincent Michaels, Hell the Lightmaster. Earned A's because of your knowledge and videos, so thank you. Way better than my professor. Thank you. Benedict, I'm asking A6500 plus speed burst booster versus the A7R1. A7R1 is pretty old technology. I'm sure it'll crank out some great shots. I have one. Actually, I did have one. I gave it to Jason Cocho, one of my crew members. But no, I don't. I would recommend the 6500. Think you'll ever go medium format? Who knows? Who knows? You know, if there's one thing I've learned about myself, I never rule anything out. I think it's a mistake to rule anything out. If I had ruled things out, I wouldn't have switched from Nikon to Sony. So just, I don't know. Who knows? If I think it'll help my work, then yeah, I'll do it. Can you make a behind-the-scenes video on using the off-camera flashes? Love your behind-the-scenes of a wedding shoot. Do you plan on doing something like that again? That's from Amit Pawar. Yeah, I can do that. Absolutely, I can do that. Fred Kirby, best battery-powered monolights for the money. Again, Flashpoint Explorer or the Godox 8600. And guys, by the way, if you go to my website, jasonlanier.com/gear, we're currently in the process, I'm currently in the process of building an entire website. We already have 5 or 6 categories up with adapted lenses, native lenses, all the gear I use with links. You guys should go there. It's jasonlanier.com/gear, and it has all the stuff. And we're just adding more to it every day. So if you want to know what I use, and I even write a little review on each one of them, that's the place to go. When is there an update for the, I already answered that one. Mabuhay from the Philippines, thank you. Did the latest firmware for Metabones Mark IV for Canon on A7R2 do anything for iFocus help? I don't know. I don't even know if I don't think I've done the latest firmware update on the Metabones, to be honest with you. I've been so busy. Donald Stuckey, do you still like the A7? I don't use it. I sold that to my old assistant too. I sent that to Joyce. So I'd have to ask her if she likes it. And Joyce is doing well. Jason Lanier was right. From Nikon to Sony, Jeff Remus Photography. Check out his video. Yeah, that was a cool video Jeff did. So I'll have to give him some love. So thank you, Jeff, for that video. That was very cool. Jason Setley, thanks. You're welcome. Rick Taylor, Jason, your photos and videos are great. Would you ever consider showing us your editing practices on Lightroom? Yes. Guys, I do editing tutorials every month. I edited my own videos from the video I released today. That is the shoot that I did with Soft Light. I edited those pictures live for you guys on my screen. You watch my computer as I do it. We did that on my Patreon channel. That's my subscription channel. So I give you guys tons of free stuff, more than anybody else on YouTube. I do. And I mean, I take you guys to my workshops. Nobody else puts up their workshops on their YouTube channel. So yeah, there's a few things that we're going to keep charging for, but we put up so much free stuff. I feel like it's a fair connection between us, fair deal. But if you want to see that stuff, if you want me to critique your photos, if you want me to do all that stuff, we have photo contests. We have all sorts of really cool stuff on there, and you can watch me edit, and I edit your photos too. You go to patreon.com/Jason Lanier Photography. Jason, just want to thank you for taking the time to talk to photo followers here. You're welcome, Mike. Anyone sub to me, please. Don't come onto my channel and ask people to sub. Build your own content and build your own followers. I certainly never did that. Danilo Fajardo, when are you coming back to South Florida? Hopefully next year. I have problems with my autofocus. I use Minolta lenses and A-mount lenses with the LE-A4 adapter with the A6000. How do you calibrate the autofocus when there's an adapter involved? There's no calibrating the autofocus. That's what I was saying earlier, is that the LE-A4 adapter with the A6000 is okay. It's not phenomenal. It's much better if you use like the LE-A3 adapter with the A6300, A7R2, or the A6500. It works, and if you have patience, it'll work. But it kind of is one of those scenarios where it gets you through, but it's not something you're always entirely pleased with, I guess is the best way to put it. For example, shooting with the Canon lens with the Metabones adapter on my A7R2 works 10 times better than the Sony Zeiss with the LE-A4 adapter on the same camera. Why? Mechanically driven on the Sony, electronically driven on the Canon. That's the truth. Thanks for the Facebook Live Q&A. You're welcome. What is a photographer's bib? Tiny. Hey, what's up, Tiny? It's a long time since I've seen you, brother. I don't know for sure. I think it may be the thing that they put on where they put a bunch of lenses in their pockets. I don't know. Too bad we weren't in Fort Myers, Jason. We could have attended Kenneth Wheeler Angry Photographer's Free Workshop. Buddha probably crap his pants if he saw you run in the corner. I should do that sometime. Come see little Kendra Wheeler. You know, this man writes his own blogs and writes about himself, guys. Think about that. He writes a blog under the pseudonym of Kendra Wheeler about Ken Wheeler, and you're a photographer praising himself. Gotta love it. A7 is very good if the camera has phase detection autofocus for Canon lens. A7 is not going to work well with Canon lenses. It's not. I'm telling you. Plans to come to Minneapolis. We might come back again. We came there in July and it was a great workshop, so we might come back again. Come and visit Kentucky. I should. That's where I can do the shootout with the angry photographer. Jason Setley, I'm in Minnesota. Well, hi, Jason. Brian Campbell, what's your thoughts on the Fuji X-T2? Guys, I haven't used it. I'm sure it's a great camera. You're never going to get me to sit here and say something's crap because it's Fuji or Canon or Nikon or whatever. That's not me, because I'm not narrow-minded. But I'm sure it's a great camera, but I focus on what I use. You know, I have more than enough material and gear questions related. I don't mind the questions from you guys, but in other words, I have so much that I have to get through just on the Sony stuff trying to get onto the other cameras is something I really don't have time for. And on top of that, I don't respect people who do reviews on gear they don't actually use. I think it's disingenuous, and it's clearly just for clickbait views. That's my honest opinion, and I happen to believe I'm right. You know, all these guys who can't wait to get out a review on a Canon this or a Nikon that when they're a Sony shooter, or if they're a Nikon shooter and they're doing reviews on Sony cameras and they have no clue what they're talking about. Come on, seriously? That's ridiculous. What was it that finally clicked when you knew photography was your next career? I find it interesting that you changed careers so late in life, and I'm at the same crossroads. Honestly, it was when I shot my first wedding, my first paid wedding, and honestly, it I knew I wanted to do it. Halfway during the wedding, and I struggled, just like many would at their first wedding, but you know, when I shot that first wedding is when I said to myself, this is really what I want to do the rest of my life. I want to be a professional photographer. Now, I wanted to be a photographer ever since I was a little kid, but my parents wanted me to go the more traditional route. They were both educators. They wanted me to go the more traditional route. I listened to them. I love them very much. But, you know, I'm sure that my business background plays into how I've been able to shape my photography career. So I can't say that I'm ungrateful for it. But, man, you know where I'd be if I started when I was 18? Pretty nuts. The XT2 is very cool. I'm sure it is. What's the best Sony, A6000 or A5000? 6000 much better than A5000. John Wren, you're welcome. What? Santa Maria Guadalupe. Gosh, dang it, this thing pisses me off. Good grief. I gotta go faster on my responses, like super faster. There's a ton pouring in. Holy freak. All right, I really gotta move. Okay. What video and app, editing app, your computer choice for editing 4K video? I edit everything on Final Cut Pro, and I'm not totally in love with it, and I do it all on a laptop. Why? Because I have to have something for editing that works with my lifestyle, my work lifestyle, which happens to be somebody who's always on the road, so I can't try to do it even at my house. Guys, just wait for the beach shoot Jason did yesterday with fake sky galore pics. Yeah, yesterday's shoot was just off the hook. You guys, you haven't seen me do a shoot like this. It's to the next level. It really is. Good morning from Vienna. Nice to see you. Show some love for Canon lenses recently. You're welcome. If I like it and it's great, I'll say it. That's as simple as it gets for me. I don't care what the freaking brand name says. I'm so over these stupid gear issues. Jose Rosales, Master, hello, hello, hello. You were the best. Thank you. Chris Shaver, love the flashpoint. I need one. Fantastic. What's up, Chris? Brian Hicks, do you have a flashpoint link for your followers to purchase them? I will tonight. I got to put it up. I haven't got to the flash section, but I will. I promise. Straight stupid. The XD2's exterior controls, really fast glass, and better out of camera colors has me considering switching from A6000 instead of going to A6500. Can you convince me to stay with Sony? Yeah, well, I'm not trying to convince you. I'm not even into trying to convince anybody. But I think what the photography community doesn't realize is how beneficial IBIS is, in body image stabilization. See, I can shoot with all these adapted lenses because I have in-body image stabilization, 5-axis image stabilization. You know, all these other camera manufacturers, they don't have it. They don't have it. And one advantage that Sony has is because they're not having to pour image stabilization into the lenses are smaller and lighter. So I'll just tell you what, guys, that's a huge advantage. I think that some people don't realize until they've used it. It is a huge advantage. Plus, to be honest, Fuji doesn't have full frame. I think eventually anyone who does this long enough, vast majority of people are going to want to hit a full frame camera. And if you're going to do that, you know, that's why I chose Sony. They were the only mirrorless option that was full frame. That was an easy one for me. Hello from Boston. What's up, Alex? Andrew Taylor, what got you into photography? I fell in love with it. I watched my dad shoot the Carlsbad Caverns just as a hobbyist, and then I figured it was a great way to, you know, take pictures of things. And then I figured out that girls like their picture being taken when I was in high school, and I thought, well, that's really cool. And then now I can't get enough of it. Knowing that I get to create work, you know, create art. You know, yesterday when I was shooting a couple of guys at the workshop said to me, I can't believe you get paid to do this. And I said, I know. It's awesome. I have chosen Sony almost 4 years ago, and you proved me right, proved that I made the right decision. Going to give a try to the C1 Pro. Was my best invest. I hope that. Oh, I will give it a try. J2K, impressions on Sigma lenses so far. That landscape shot of the fashion shoot was bomb. Esh, what's up, Esh? What's up, baby? I haven't used it much, but it's incredibly sharp. And I shot it at 1.4. What a shocker. So yeah, it's a great lens and very sharp. So, you know, guys, I'm going to mess around with Sigma lenses, Tamron lenses. I'm going to mess around with lots of stuff. I am. I'm going to mess around with some Helios lenses. I'm already messing around with the petzval. So I'm going to mess around with tons of stuff. You'll see it. And guess what? The stuff I'm messing around with, I buy. Right? No, hey, let me borrow this and do a review on it for 30 minutes just so I can get some clickbait. Flashpoint is a great option, portable and powerful. Yes, it is. Do you ever have plans to come anywhere near Nashville for a workshop? We need to. Nashville will be cool. Happy Conservative, you're often very upset about this angry photographer. Why is he getting under your skin? What's it all about? I can't say I'm upset about it. I just think, quite honestly, he makes me laugh. I just, I guess what amazes me is that people listen to him. That's amazing. But it's you know, he has to crank out 10 videos a day just to equal the views that other people do. So I think that tells you all you need to know. Do you think the EOS 70D on a DJI Ronin is a good solution for shooting videos? Well, I think that regardless of what you use, the DJI Ronin is going to help to smooth things out. So that would probably be a good option. Which Sony would you recommend for portrait with tack sharp focus? Least expensive, capable of tack sharp photos. I think probably your 55 Zeiss is going to be one of your best options. Not that you can't get great shots with the others, but if you want better fall off and such. But if you're just talking about tack sharp, I'm sure you could go with the 50 macro, which is a 2.8. You could go with the 50 1.8. Those are like $200, $500 respectively. It would be cool to see you do a shoot with the Sony RX100 Mark V. If I can, I will. I'm not going to go buy it. I already have like the Mark III and the Mark IV. I'm not going to go out and buy it. I'm focused now on the gear that I'm actually using. So if somebody wants to send me one to try out and shoot for a while and then do one, I could. But other than that, I don't know. Have you ever used Rokinon lenses for stills? I have. I've used, one of my first lenses was the 14mm Nikon mount. It's the Rokinon for Nikon mount. And I used it with the little photodiox manual adapter. And it worked really well. And I still own it. I might even play with it soon. Hi, Jason. What's your favorite beach location to shoot in Southern California? It's from Brian. I'd say it's got to be La Jolla. La Jolla or Oceanside. Those, and Laguna's great too, but Laguna, they'll chase you off. They're Nazis up there. Jason, in your opinion, what's the best stand to use for Flashpoint Explorer? C-stand. Definitely a C-stand. Hello, Fedora King. Can you go on my Instagram and critique my live shots, please? I'm looking to do some creative. Brother, if you want me to critique your photos, you either post them on my Facebook group, which is facebook.com/group/JasonLeonardWorkshops, or you post them to, or you join my Patreon page. Sorry, brother. N. Jeremiah, hi, what's up? Biker 2K3, Samsung NX. What do you think about the Westcott? This is Scott Squires. Westcott eyeliner reflective panel with a beauty dish. How much better than a normal reflector? I just love it because it shines that light back at your subject and creates a very beautiful crescent moon catch light in the bottom of the eye, and it's gorgeous. I love the eyeliner. I can't get enough of it, and I just love it. Your favorite focal length for shooting portraits with clouds? Love your work. It'd be the 35 1.4. Lightroom has slowed down a lot. It never used to be this slow. Yeah, it sucks. Damora Gavorchin, he's followed me for a while. Hey, Jason, will you be doing any photo walks in Sydney? Yes, I'm doing a photo walk in Sydney, November 13th. It's on my website. Go to jasonleonard.com/register. Click right there. You can register now. And Jeremiah, I'm looking into good photography. Please suggestions which camera I can buy. Oof, How much money do you have, and what do you want to shoot? Those are if you're just looking for a great camera to start, I'd suggest a 6,000 or 6,300. Hi, Jason. Currently serving in South Korea, but going to see if I can pull some strings and try to make it to Melbourne for the 12th. That'd be awesome, Scott. Thanks for all the videos and everything you do to help us. You are welcome. If you're in the military and you want to come, let me know and I'll help you out. I'll give you a discount. I lived in South Korea for 2 years. Lived in Busan, Daegu, all those places. Why did you attack Vanessa Joy publicly? She seems like a really good photographer and a sweet person. I didn't attack her publicly. I counter-argued her article. I didn't come out and say Vanessa Joy is an idiot. I didn't come out and say she sucks. I didn't talk about blown out skies. I didn't talk about any of that stuff. In fact, I said in the video that she was intelligent and talented. But when people make those statements and they're affecting the photography industry, as somebody who is a figure in the photography industry, I think it's okay for me to comment on it. And you know, just like when I put out my videos, I certainly get feedback from them. When people post posts, they're open to feedback and response. You know, and you know, it's a perception that the industry puts out there where they're very passive aggressive with mirrorless shooters, and they come out and they just, oh, it's cute, but that's very passive aggressive, guys. You don't fall for it. So, you know, I'm sure if like I said in my video, I'm sure if I sat down with Vanessa, we'd have a nice chat about things. I'm not saying she's not sweet, and I'm not saying she's not talented. What I am saying is, if you come out and you say, you know, the opening line of your article is, until recently I thought mirrorless photographers were a joke. That's pretty harsh. That's pretty harsh to call us jokes. Master teacher, when gives us a bit of wisdom as revealed in his photographs that are spectacular in a video tutorial. I don't quite understand what you're saying there, but thank you. Trump or Clinton? Oh, that is an interesting one. Well, you're from Australia. I'm not answering you, Greg. What camera do you suggest for quality snapshots, family type of stuff? I'm not answering an American question to an Aussie, Greg. And for those who don't know, Greg and I are friends. What camera do you suggest for quality snapshots, family type stuff? It depends if you want to change lenses or stuff. If it's just family type stuff, just get a little point and shoot. Or get a A6000, stuff like that. Alexander Botev, Jason, I love your work. Could you please recommend an all-around lighting kit, 2 to 3 lights on a budget, 1,000 max for both photography and video? Yeah, 2 Rotolite Neos would definitely be what I would do. Happy Cons, I would not say he attacked her. He specifically mentioned her viewpoint on mirrorless, and he did not make any disparaging remarks on her work. That's very true. Do you have a sample estimate on your site? I don't know exactly what you mean by that in Karakin. I don't know what you mean by that. Douglas Gomez, Jason, please advise Sony 55mm or Batis 85. I already have the 3514 and the 7200 f4. If I had to choose, then I would go the Batis 85. Coming to Seattle, not this year, but maybe next. Can we get a fabulous? Jason is the type of guy to switch to Kodak. Well, if it worked for me, I would. Hi, Jason. Is Alex from Orlando? What about the Expo disc? No, I'm not going to use the Expo disc. I started with that 8 years ago. Nothing against the good folks that has Expo disc. That's just not my flavor. Not when you can do it so quick in camera now. Nina's Kumar, love from India. Thank you. Love back from California. Thank you, Jason. Sir, off-camera flash techniques. Got it. Alejandro Rode. Smiley. Abraham Jimenez says, will you come back to Oceanside, California? You know, Abraham, I live 35 minutes from Oceanside. That's where I'm currently broadcasting this, from Fedora Central. Mike Steck, I live in Visalia, California. I plan to come to LA workshop. That's awesome, Mike. We'll be doing one in December. Ken Wheeler discovered magnetism. His quote, I know, it's funny. Jason, you're a great guy. Love your stuff. Rove Light versus Explorer 600. Easy. Hands down, Explorer 600. Beautiful video on switching from Nikon to Sony. Thank you. Master, would you be... Oh, son of a freaking mother freaking goat. Oh, my gosh. I don't think there's that many questions, and I cannot believe how many there are. You guys, okay. All right, I'm going to move faster. Would you be my sponsor for a Sony 85? No. No, I'm not going to get you an 85 G Master. No, that's your job. Work hard and earn your stuff. Earn your keep. Hi, Jason. Love your channel. When are you coming to Panama? Got to figure that out. We're trying to go to Costa Rica actually in January. Any plans on visiting India? I'd love to. It's on my bucket list. I have to do it. Hey, Jason. Thanks for answering my question. One of the only pros providing quality info on Sony, which is my favorite system. You've taught me. You're welcome. Why do your clothes look similar in all your sessions? Because I never change my clothes. I wear the same clothes all the time. I'm a filthy pig. Victor Ha, I want to see Jason do a Protog challenge with Kai. If Kai wants to do it, that's fine. Bring it on. Thank you for sharing excellent knowledge in photography. You're welcome. Jason, I want to say we learned so much also just in watching, seeing how you work with models, guiding them to look. You're welcome. Hello from Moscow, Russia. Hello. Thanks for all the replies. You're welcome. Best site for TF models, modelmayhem.com. Why were you wearing similar clothes all the time? I'm a filthy pig. Jim Harrison, hey Jason, I don't know if this was asked, but when you shoot with an Nikon 105 macro lens, did you shoot mostly manual mode or autofocus? Mostly manual. Mostly manual. John Kloster, Jason, love your stuff. You're a terrific guy. Rove Light versus, yeah, Explorer 600. Good grief, 9S Kumar. Why do I wear the same clothes? Because I don't change. I don't have a washer. I'm flat broke. I shoot Sony. I shoot with little bedazzled stuff like this. I have no money. I'm broke. I have no money. That's why I wear the same clothes all the time. Which is all a lie, but if you're going to keep asking, that's the answer you're going to get. Have you tried any? And I don't. You know how expensive my clothes are? Pfft, come on. Please. Have you tried any Nikon lenses on the Sonys? Not really, because there's not the autofocus functionality. Jason, how do you use a light meter? No, I don't. How do you get white balance right in camera? I set my white balance with my lights now. Unless I'm shooting with flash, which I'll use Kelvin. Hi, Jason. Have A7R2 and Flashpoint Explorer 600 as suggested by yourself. Which softbox stands do you suggest? C stands. Get the Impact C stands by B&H Photo, like $100, and they're rock solid. Need a good cheap 35 millimeter. What? Or just get the Sony E-mount 35-118. It's like $200. Tim, the geek and gamer, what would you suggest for someone who has a Sony a6000 wants to learn how to take better photos than point and shoot, want to learn how to take better pictures? Get better lenses. It's not really the camera bodies, guys. It's the lenses. Full frame rules, period. Yes. Geek, attend his workshops. That's true. Greetings, all portraits and stuff. Thank you for answering my questions about the XT2 and the 6500. I agree with what you said. Fangirling over here since you answered my question. Well, thank you, Straight Stupid. I'm fanboying over you. Yahia Robai, is there a black market for lenses? I don't know. Probably in Kentucky somewhere. John Coster, Jason, you look terrific. How much weight have you lost? And Rove Light versus. Thank you for the weight loss. I think I've lost at this point 40 pounds. Thank you. I already know that mirrorless is the future, but I'm really excited about the A99 II. Yeah, it should be an awesome. I've played with it, but I haven't shot with it, but I played with it. Hi, Jason. What do you think is? What do you think? Okay, A9 or the next? What? I don't know. I don't know about the A9. I hope it comes out soon. But ever since I've shot Sony, they've spoken about an A9. So who knows if that'll ever happen? And guess what? Based on my stupidness, it'll probably be released tomorrow. That's no insider information. That's me just being stupid. I know nothing about when they release stuff. How do you maintain healthy relationships with these hot women around you? Doesn't it get distracted once in a while? Please answer. So many answers to that question. It's very simple. You act like a gentleman. I don't know how else to say it. Have some decorum. Treat women with respect. Do you have plans to come to Singapore and do a workshop? I currently don't, but if you want to organize a group, I'll come. Hello from Mexico. Is Sony a77 Mark II a good choice? Thanks for your videos. Your teaching is invaluable to me. You're welcome. I think battery life is my #1 physical update I want in the next A7R. Yeah, that'd be great. Hello from Houston, Texas. Love what you're doing for us, trying to make our photography better. You're welcome, Luke. William Huckstep. Bought the A7 II a year ago, and I'm very happy with it. However, remote triggers are scarce. What do you use? Flashpoint Explorer 600. Get rid of the Pocket Wizard type bullcrap. Get rid of it. Just get that light. You'll love it, and you will never regret it. 35 or 50. Depends on what you're shooting. Why didn't you review the A99 II? I haven't had the chance to play with it long enough to give an honest assessment of it. Jason, how do you get focus close and distance focus objects at the same time at f1.4? Gorgeous, man. Focus close and distance focus. Well, if I'm under, how do I get good focus at 1.4? Well, it's just a matter of learning how to focus, guys. If I'm reading that right. I don't think you can read these comments. I'm just trying to get to them. What would be a better choice for model shoot? 85 1.8 Zeiss or 80 a G Master is better. Jason, thanks for the videos. You're welcome. Hey, Jason, if you could recommend a first camera and a lens, what would you be on a budget? A6000 with the 50 millimeter 1.8. By the way, don't lose any more weight, please. I'm losing more weight. I need to lose more weight. Not because I'm anorexic, I do, but thank you. I think he shoots 85 G Master, not the baddest these days, but I still own both and I still love both. Here reads the comments of something else. No, I don't. Yahia Robai, are you on drugs? Merge777. Jason, how do you get focus? Okay, I already answered that. I chose the baddest over the 80 G. Whatever works for you. The baddest is a great lens. Jason, you look terrific. How much weight? Answered that. You're awesome learning. Thank you. Baddest and okay, boom, boom, boom. What would be your advice on someone starting a photography workshop? Good to see you at Photo Plus Expo, by the way. Simple, Vincent. Know your stuff. Give people a reason to want to attend. People aren't going to, give people a reason to want to attend, and make sure you have something to give them. Not just taking their money. Make sure you have something to actually give them. Long Rider, really dig your work and thank you for the videos. You're welcome. Any particular size brand, C-stand for the Explorer? I would just get, like I said, it depends on how high you want to put it. Maybe get a 6 or an 8 foot one, 10 foot. But C-stands are definitely the way to go. They're so much sturdier than light stands. Formica aerial videography, do you think it's worth it to switch from an D60 5500 to A6000 so I can start buying lenses? It's only $500. I do, just because of the technology. I think the technology is much better in the 6000 than the 5500. Jason hooks up the military members. That's right. James, Vanessa is a cunt. No, she's not. Don't say that. She has an opinion about mirrorless cameras. That does not make her a cunt, guys. We don't need any language like that. What software do you use for your photos? Lightroom. Sony a6000. Should I upgrade to full frame for studio work? I would. Whether you do, I would. Lightroom 6. Yeah, and then the stuff, they don't have updates for Lightroom 6. No thanks. Vote if you like SLT or mirrorless. Jason, oh my gosh, this thing is pissing me off. All right, trying to catch up to you guys. How much you charge for a photo shoot? $1,000 an hour. New Mexico anytime soon. Oh, Fabian. Hey, Jason, nice meeting you at Photo Plus. Awesome work. Thank you. Are you planning to come to Austin, Texas? Would love to work with you. I'm going to be coming to San Antonio for imaging in January. Hi, Jason. I have the A7R2 and Flashpoint Explorer as suggested by yourself. Which softbox and stands you suggest? I like the Westcott stuff. The Rapidbox XL. That's really what I prefer. I like your videos and I really learn a lot from you. Thanks. Hi, Jason Patu from Cambodia. Sony's my first camera. I learned a lot from you. You're welcome. Haha, dude, I love your sarcasm unmatched. Love you, dude. Thank you. Hey, Jason, will you be coming to Southeast Asia? If there's a reason for me to go, I'll definitely go. Filthy duck, laughing my butt off. Perfect. Ha ha ha, RFL. I must have said something stupid or funny. What's up, Jason? Would you come to Aruba? Maybe. I've been to Aruba before. That's why we did the shipwreck shoot. If there's a reason to go, I'll go. In other words, if there's a workshop or a shoot that's going to pay me to go there, I'd absolutely go. You think it's the best for me to next lens 85 or 105 or 1635? I love to take landscape. Well, that's easy, 1635. Gary Fong lighting kit, good investment or not needed? It's good if you're using speed lights, but I'm not a huge fan of using speed lights. Maybe if it's a kicker light or if it's just another off light, just to the side or something, maybe. But I'm going to do a video on that because I did buy 2 of the Flashpoint 850s, I think they're called, manual, and I'll definitely put those. I'm going to do a video on that. I was supposed to already do a video on that. I just remembered I own those and I never even use them. Jorge saying hello from Peru. Always follow you, although I shoot Canon. Keep following, baby. I love all shooters. Doesn't matter what you shoot with. Have you shot with the Tamron? Nope, I haven't. Jason, you look sleepy. No, I'm just working all the time. Try about suggestions. Jason, looking for a solid investment in one. Feasel are the best. Value $4, hands down. Jason, can you use Nikon lenses with Sony? Yes, Yes, only in manual focus. There are some autofocus stuff, and it blows. So if you want to use autofocus with Nikon, shoot Nikon. What do you think about the Zenitar 50mm 0.95 for Sony? It would cost about 500 bucks. I haven't used it. My guess would be for that amount of money and for that amount of a wide aperture, it's probably not going to be very sharp. That's a complete conjecture and guess, but you guys can make your own opinion on that. What camera and lens under 3K for studio lingerie shoot? Wow. I'd probably do the A7 II with a macro lens, to be honest with you. For 3K, that's going to get you at 3K. And macro lenses for boudoir, lingerie shoots can be fantastic. You put so much effort into your artwork. Fans should note, for example, how many different ways you shot the rings for the A6300 wedding shoot. Also, thanks for answering a question I once asked you. You're welcome. 9S Kumar, I want to kiss you. Well, you should want to kiss me. You're the one who said I wore the same clothes all the time. Jason, by chance, would you come to Aruba? Sure. Have you tried any astrophotography? Not really. Like Tony. Yep. 9S Kumar, yeah, she's probably out at my door right now pounding on it. John Newberry, is it worth the upgrade from A6000 to an A6300 or 6500? Yes, but if you're going to do video work, 6500. Do you ever think of coming to Jamaica? Yes, I do. We might go in December. Is it worth to upgrade from A6000 to an A6300? I already answered that. He could shoot naked. Who cares if he wears similar garments? Freak. Get a camera, get out there and shoot. That's true. Daniel Gambo, I have an A7 II, thinking about upgrading to A7R2. Will this help my low light work? I shoot tons of nightclubs and have trouble focusing. No, tons of nightclubs, A7S II. That's going to be by far your best bet. An autofocus beam, any advice? LED lights. Any news from Ellen Chrome or Profoto for Sony? Yeah, well, Profoto is supposed to have one coming out. If they want to send me something to try, I will. Other than that, I'm sticking with Flashpoint. Watching you help me with posing. Love you, man. Thank you. Sony FE90 or Batis? For portraits, Batis. For macro work, Sony. I can tell you at 2.8, the Batis and the macro lens are virtually identical. Sorry, skip ahead again. Okay. Also, I use the 2470 G Master in my situation. Yeah, I actually have one of those arriving in my house tomorrow. We're going to take that to Australia. Dayon, thanks for answering. What is a good portrait E-mount lens? 50mm 1.8. Hello, Jason hey, Jason. Hello, everyone. What's up? Daniel Z, I have 3 Nikon lenses I would like to try out. A7R2. Can you recommend? Okay, I answered that. Are you going to post any wedding workshops soon? Yes, we have one coming up in January in Texas. I want to hire you for my 3rd marriage. Same girl, of course. Let's do it. Are you a polygamist? Colin makes a Nikon to E-mount adapter. Yeah, and from what I understand, it sucks. Know of any ruggedized mounts for the A6300 or others I use for a motorcycle? And yeah, actually, I just get an old clamp. Just get an old clamp. Like I bought one from Calumet when they used to be in business. Just get an old clamp and clamp it down. Just get some studio clamps. They're like 20 bucks. There's a thread on the bottom that you can thread right into the camera and get some great shots. Jason, would you do a workshop in Aruba? Yes. Motorized, or no, ruggedized. There we go. What do you think will happen when mirrorless Sony cameras will be as good and reliable as the SLT one? I think they already are. Will they cannibalize A-mount and we'll be stuck with crappy adapters for our A-mounts? I think with the A99 II, the SLTs are going to stick around. So I don't think you have to worry about that, is my guess. Love your video with Tony and Chelsea. You do some shootout together. Oh, I'd love to do a shootout with them. That'd be fun. Sony FE90 macro Batis 85 answered. Jason, what's the first Zeiss lens to start with? Ooh, Sony Zeiss. I do the 35 or the 80 or the 50, or the 135 Zeiss. That's a tough question. Hey, Jason. Hi from Montreal. Hi, brother. Where can I set that appointment for you for $1,000 an hour? Well, if you're serious, you can send me an email at jason@jailpros.com. And I would love to shoot for you via. Carlos Gouveia. Okay. Hi, Jason. When do you come to Mexico? As soon as we can. The closed comment is what we're all laughing at. I should just take off my shirt and go naked. Okay. Then make everybody vomit. All right. What up, bro? What's up? How much better is autofocus on the A7R2 compared to the A7 II? I have the A7 II and it really feels slow and hard to shoot my toddler daughter. A7R2 is much better, and A6500, 6300 are fantastic. Hi, Jason. Good job on your videos. What camera do you recommend for a beginner? A6000. You rock, Jake. Get your rest. Thank you. Nanas Kumar, come to India, bro. You're missing lots of colors. Well, apparently I'm not because I don't change my clothes. Do you have a ring light? I do have a flashpoint ring light that I never use. What are you doing in San Antonio? I want to attend. I'm doing a photo walk and a photo workshop in conjunction with imaging. Your opinions on the A99 II, please. It's awesome, but I haven't used it enough to give a full review. Willing, son of a bish. Mother freaking stupid mother freaking thing keeps skipping on me. All right. Willing to pay $1,000 for an hour out in California. How can we set up a photo shoot? Jason at jailpros.com. Woo! Macro lens for lingerie. Never thought of that. Thank you. You'll love it. Trust me, and so will she. Hey, Jason from New Zealand. Have you been to New Zealand? Any plans? I gotta get to New Zealand. Gotta visit Frodoland. I found a high frames per second better for taking shots at kids, so I would suggest A60. Yeah, there you go. How was kissing Tony Northrup? I don't know. He kissed me. You have to ask him. I just smoked a cigarette afterwards. But the A7R2 AF is night and day compared to A7 II. That's true. I think you should go to New Zealand. I agree. Thank you. A7R2 comp. Am I right? Love your work. Yes, A7R2. Would you buy an A6500 mainly for behind the scenes, behind the work camera, or by the way camera and shoot on occasion? No, it's too much money for that. No way. Just use it for an occasional camera. I'd get the A6000 for an occasional camera. I'm going to get the A6500 to film video work on. Last year when it came to Phoenix, I was not able to attend. When might you come back to Phoenix, or do I need to come to California? Hey, what's up, Craig? I remember you, brother. You did a nice video on me too. We need to go to Phoenix again. We might do that in February. A6500 is out of my budget. Is 6,000 okay for video work? No, it's not. Well, if you're going to set it on a tripod, yes. If you're going to handhold it, no. What software will you be using in place of Lightroom? Either the whatchamacallit, On One or Capture One. Just joined. You're looking great. Thank you. For event photography, is the 90mm macro autofocus slow on the A7 II? Well, you guys got to understand how to focus, macro lenses. You got to change it to where you have up close focus mode and you have macro focus mode. And if you guys change that, it doesn't hunt the entire range of the lens. So that will dramatically speed up your work. So either choose portrait or choose macro, and it's going to make your work with macro lenses far better. And I think all camera manufacturers on their newest models, reading your comments, so that's what you should do. Take your shirt off. Gorgeous. No. I'm a fan currently in Jamaica. Meeting you would be great. I'm a resort wedding photographer, one of the greatest inspiration. Well, thank you, Stephen. I appreciate that. Come to Indiana. There are several abandoned towns. That'd be awesome. Send me pictures. Robert Holloway. Jason, when are you going to post the 85L versus the 85G Master video? I'm hoping to record a lot of gear-related comparison videos when I'm in Australia, hopefully. Also, do you do a battle of the 85G Master Canon Sony? I'm going to do a battle of the 586 85s that I own now. How about them apples? Any plans for a Toronto workshop in the future? I just did one. I did Niagara Falls and Toronto recently, but I'll come back and do another one, I promise. Tom Guy, you're a blessing to the world of art, Jason. You also have an open and honest heart. Thank you. Thank you for your magical advice. Getting married here in Miami, July 2017. Are you free to shoot a wedding? Yes. Let's do it. We can make it a real wedding workshop. That'd be awesome. Jason at jailpros.com. I will shoot your wedding. But you're going to have to pay me something. I just want to make that clear. Like the recent video about mirrorless cam, many people was against me getting mirrorless. Now I got two. Would you be interested in doing a workshop at Borneo? I'd love to. Get a group together. I'll come. King Primo, I'm using an A200. Need to upgrade. What would you suggest that's reasonable? Oh, wow. That's like super old. A77 II. If you want to go mirrorless, I'd go A6000. Can't believe, okay, Santa Maria de Guadalupe. Can't believe you're answering every single comment. Well, I'm here for you guys. You guys are there for me. I'm there for you. True South Productions. Sorry, but where do I sign up for the San Antonio photo walk you're doing? It'll be on jasonlinear.com/register, but I haven't posted it yet. I really mean thanks for teaching people about the art of photography. You're welcome. Master, what is your next big goal? Conquer the photography world. Chin Jin, A6500 versus A7 II on video. A6500 hands down. Hans Herrera, is there a video with lingerie with macro lens? I'm sure there is. I'm sure there's something on YouTube. Jason Lanier, Tell it like it is on YouTube since 2009. That's right, but really only seriously on YouTube since about 2012. Jason, thank you very much for the answer. Come to Italy. I would love to. I need to do a workshop in Venice. That's one of my hit list things. John Coster. What kind of exercising have you been doing, Jason? Has it helped your photography be in better shape? Absolutely. Any words of wisdom for us struggling with our weight? Yes, losing weight dramatically increases your ability to be a better photographer, simply because you have more stamina, you have more flexibility, you can last longer, so on and so forth. So that's what I would do. Mert, I like your beefy handsome, by the way. Okay. Daniel and Raul, what is your ultimate suggestion for a portrait lens? 70, 200, 2.8, or 85? Oof. I'd go with the 85. Was that an orb that just passed by your fedora? Yes, it was probably from room 307. You guys got to watch my most recent video. We heard voices. They're right on there. Caught them on 3 different cameras. Watch my most recent video I just released today. What Zeiss lens should I start out with portraits? 85 Batis, 50 Sony Zeiss. You're good with me. Well, thank you. I'm almost caught up. Jason, have you seen how Kara has hijacked stuff while you're doing this? Pet hots with no except the sky is falling. She's only getting away with murder because it's her birthday. Happy birthday, Kara, by the way. Yes, I will take good care of you later. I know that's what you want from me because I'm so hot. Jason, thanks for sharing so much of your hard experience. Have you done a post-processing video? If you have, could you give us a link? Patreon.com/JasonLeonardPhotography. Please review the Sony G Master 70 200 2.8. I got to get one. I got to get one to do that. Audition was the movie we were talking about. Yeah, we got to do, I know, so many projects, and I want to do them, trust me. Jason, can you talk a little bit about how you choose your models for your workshops? They got to be hot. Do you always fly your models out when you're not in Cali? They got to be pretty. They have to be, but more than that, they have to have good attitudes. They can't be divas, and they have to follow direction well, and if they can't do those things, they're not going to work with me, period. End of story. Most of the time, if I have an important event, I fly a model. It's just worth it for me. It's why I'm flying a model. I flew one to Europe. I'm flying one to Australia. I fly one to my major stuff because I don't want to mess around with not having a model. I just don't. Which Zeiss lens should I start out with for portraits? I already answered that. Does Model Mayhem work? Operate in Jamaica? I'm pretty sure they do. What focus modes do you use most? Wide area, autofocus, continuous. Jason, thank you for your time, you son of a donkey. You're one of the few out there. I almost bought an 80D. Thank goodness I didn't. Saving for the A6500 for video work. You're welcome. Tom Guy, yes! That makes me beyond happy. My partner's down. We will contact you tomorrow to arrange it all. Let's do it. Greg Bird, gotta run, buddy. If you change your mind about Brisbane, send us a message. I'm not changing my mind. My return ticket's already booked back. But I reckon we could do a photo walk or something. Can't do it, brother. But you guys gotta come down to Sydney or Melbourne if you want to see me in Australia. King Primo, Jason, when will you be coming to Baltimore? Anytime soon. We're trying to do a workshop in DC area next year. In fact, I'm coming down for the inauguration. No matter if Trump, the woman abuser, or Clinton, the liar, no matter who wins, I'm going to be in Washington, D.C. to shoot the inauguration because I do that every year no matter what. That video scared me. Yeah, it was pretty awesome. Hi, Jason. My wife is a wedding planner in Italy. She can help you organize your trip. What your wife needs to do, Francois, and I'm being serious, is she needs to get me a wedding so we can do a real wedding workshop in Italy. Fabulous! We need to do that. Can you say Santa Maria Guadalupe? Whatever it is so I can repeat it if possible. Santa Maria Guadalupe. Jason, do a world tour photo shoot workshop. I'm already feel like I'm doing it. Have you ever used a drone for photography? I own a drone and I haven't even opened the box and I bought it 5 months ago. That's no joke. That's how busy I've been. Have you ever laughing my bleep and bleep off? I'll take good care of you later because I'm so effing hot. Love it. Yeah, she knows what's coming. Big Papa's gonna take care of her. Happy birthday, Kara. Love your silent videos. Please one with other photographers like Tony or Kai. I don't know if Tony or Kai are going to go into asylums with me, guys, just being straight up. I don't know Kai. Tony's a great dude. I don't know if these guys want to roam into dangerous places with me. I just don't know. Alonso Ramos, what do you think about vintage lenses? I think they're awesome. Hey, Jason, you son of a donkey. Could I be unblocked from your Facebook group? I may have commented something and got kicked out. Who are you? I don't know who you are. If you got kicked out, it's probably because you said that I was fat or something. Just kidding. But no, I mean, you can send me a message if you're playing nice with the kiddos. You can come back in. But we only work with nice people in my group, straight up. But True South, I don't know who you are, to be honest. Please answer for weddings. Which lenses would you choose? 16, 35, 55, 85, 70, 200, or 18 to 18, 24, 70, 85, 70, 200. I choose the first set. Jason Lanier was right. Yep. When you come to Argentina, man, I need to. That'd be awesome. I just need to go to Peru, Machu Picchu. I'll be at your workshop in DC whenever that is. Can't wait. That's awesome. Thanks for everything you're teaching. Do you pay your models or is it TFP? A lot of it depends on the models. I leave it up to the models. I don't care. I'm more than happy to pay them because then I actually don't have to get them any images. But the models want my shots, and I'm not giving them both. So if they want my images, they don't get paid. If they want to get paid, I happily pay them. That's the way I work. I heard that Sony cameras focus well with infrared light. Should I use an IR illuminator to focus on people without blinding them without visible light, or is that crazy? Yeah, don't even get into that crazy stuff. Pick up an LED light, put it on your subject, and fire. Easy. I have a Sony A7 and use a Canon 50mm 1.4, and I'm shopping for an 85. Would an 85 Zeiss trump the 85 Canon 1.8? Yes. Would it trump the Canon 85 1.2? I don't know. We'd have to do a review on that. How do you get paid to do what you want to do with your photography? Well, I do commercial shoots. I do the occasional weddings, and I do workshops. And I use it to shoot the projects I want to shoot. Can't get over the red dress photo shoot. It was amazing, Jason. Thank you, Mike. Thank you. See, that's what happens when people piss me off. Say my shadows are too harsh. I'm going to soften that mofo up so bad. It's going to be softer than powder on a baby's butt. Have a fun trip. Remember shrimp on the Barbie. Thank you. Inquisitive M, put all your seminars on YouTube channel. I'm putting as much as I possibly can. If you want all of my seminars, come and pay for a workshop, my friend. Jason Gutierrez, best Zeiss lens for the A6000 and any of them. Sony Zeiss. Just watch your sunrise video. I would really like to know what you use to print out your pics, and how is the largest print you can get from A7R2. Oh my gosh, you can print something massive off the A7R2. I mean, massive. You really could. What do I print with? If I'm going to print for myself, usually I'm doing it through White House Custom Color, stuff like that. Sigma 130. Okay, somebody else answered. Good show, but gotta go. Gotta crash. Thanks for turning me on to Sony mirrors. You're welcome. Jason, have you heard of Marino Testino? What do you think of him? I don't know him. Sorry. Where are we here? And that's no knock on him. I just don't. Jason, still think the photo cruise would be a great idea, but I would have to have plenty of time to save the money, but I would love to get a vacation and learn at the same time. Yeah, photo cruise would be awesome. Have a great night, Jason. Thanks for the chat info. You're welcome. Yeah, I was having a bad day and I regret it, but I do play nice. I'll hit you up later, and someday I'll show you who I am. I love your work and work ethic. Aspire to be like you. Well, thank you. Appreciate your polite answers. You're welcome. Trump or Hillary? I've answered that one. Do you do any seminars, workshops through Sammy's? Yes, I do. I did 3 this year, and I'm going to be doing more next year. So, guys, I've now caught up with the questions, and it's now a good time for me to say goodnight to my wife and take good care of her because it is her birthday. So thank you guys for watching. Again, go to my Patreon channel if you guys want to learn about editing, so on and so forth. If you want to learn all of that, then you guys can go to my Patreon channel, patreon.com/JasonLanier Photography. If you guys want to come to my workshops, go to jasonlanier.com/register, and we are going to put all of the stuff up there. It's going to be great. One last question. Were you terrified the first time you shot a wedding? Nope. So guys, until next time, keep shooting, never give up on your dreams. Find a gear that works for you, and remember, you only have one chance to get it right. I'll talk to you guys later.